Hello, this is Soundout here at the preview package review for the SH Figuarts Momotaros Imagin DX set. Hello, this is Soundout here, back from the Commonwealth review, this time with the SH Figuarts Momotaros Imagin DX set. From start to finish, this review is at climax! I couldn't resist. Okay, this is Momotaros from Kamen Rider Deno. You know, he's the first Imagin of Ryutaros. I've been watching the series lately, so I decided to get them, along with his other mass release buddies, Urataros and Deneb, from Hobby Search. Hobby Search was the only place that had Deneb, and I believe they still have him now. And they had Urataros and Momotaros on like $8 off. It's like, oh, cool. But Momotaros is one of the Figuarts. They decided to do the Imagin Figuarts, as the only posable Imagin to be released so far was Momotaros as a Shochaku Henshin and as a twist action form. So they decided to do all of them. Unfortunately, because Urataros didn't sell very well, they didn't release Kentaros, Ryutaros, or Jig as mass release, and as Tamashii web exclusives. Bandai? Why? So, I might get those in the future, if I can find them for a good price, along with New Deno, Gao, Yuki, New Deno, Vega form. I'd love to have those too, but yeah. So, Momotaros first appeared in episode 1. He causes Deno to be into sword form, and that's pretty much it. This is a nice representation of Momotaros. Every little detail's there. Even all the M's. I just noticed this design. He's got M's all over the place. Now, this back confuses me, because in some scenes, like during the show, these little M's on the back aren't painted. Then in the movie, I saw them, they had black lines on them, so interesting. Yeah, they put all the details in there. But there he is, Momotaros himself. Now, before we go over Articulation, might as well talk about his accessories. We'll talk about his hands first. He's got his basic fists, which work really well for him. He's got angry Agito rage hands, yet these work for him. They don't work for Agito, who I hope to eventually get, but I don't know. He's got a holding things hand, which he can hold his coffee or his sword, and he's also got a thumbs up hand for that same hand. So interesting. It does come with his sword that he used in the movies. I don't think he used it in the series much, but then again, I'm only in episode 20. I just watched the movie, so I'm gonna watch episode 28 probably after this review. So yeah. It also comes with his Momotaros coffee, which has a little saucer and a little dish, and it's got the blue and the red whipped cream. So that's very cool. Now I'll talk about his articulation. I'm just making things interesting. He is my first Figuarts, so this is exceptional comparing to my WFCs, which are the only Japanese figures I have. So he's got a ball joint neck there, then he's got another ball joint down here, so you can have all kinds of movement out of his neck. He's got all kinds of shoulder movement, he's got outward 360, it's kind of blocked by his shoulder pads, but not a big deal. They rotate there, and then they double jointed elbow, and then a triple jointed wrist. He's got like a triple jointed, he's got a waist, and he's got torso joints. He's got these, you got the stem type Figuart legs, so you can have them out like this, and then bring them down, and rotate them like this. They do pop off, I discovered that. He's got double joint knee. Now this is where my problems occur. My only complaint with him and Urashimataro is that when you push it back, look at that, it doesn't happen as much as Urataros as I reach for the piece. But yeah, Momotaros is, I don't know what's wrong, but when you bend it back, you gotta be really careful because that bottom joint will pop this little tiny piece off. And I think that's because these legs are pretty basic for most of the Imagin. I noticed Danab has these little peg in here on his legs, but he doesn't have any knee pads. When you get down to the feet, so the double joint knee, and the left and right movement, and the up and down movement, and the toe. This part of the foot is actually die-cast on both feet, so that's very nice and sturdy. So you can give him some awesome little poses just like this. I mean, he can be all angry at you. And what I love about the Imagin's heads is they have infinite expressions. They can be happy if they're in a happy pose, or they can be mad if they're in a mad pose. And it looks right. It looks like they're doing the opposite emotion. Swapping the hand is actually quite easy on him. You just pull it off, and you can swap it out for the holding hand, or even his nice little rage hand, which I'd like to keep on the other hand, but I'll give him the holding hand for now. And then the other hand I'll give rage. So you can be like holding his sword here in his hand. So you can be all posed, ready to slice up some Imagin. Even though it says, oh, this doesn't really work very well, and threw it away in the movie. Alright. So there he is, nice and sturdy. Now this hand makes it look natural holding the sword. Then when you take the sword out, and you want to hold his Momotaros coffee, then it looks natural also. So that's very nice that they can do that. Excuse me. But there you go. Nice figure overall. I mean, he is an exceptional figure on his own. And not much else I can say about him. He's highly recommended. And yes, he is sold individually. If you're just going to get the if you're just going to get Momotaros, just go for the regular Momotaros. If you're going to buy more Imagin, or if you're not a fan of the show and you just want a Momotaros, you know they're going to release a Den of Sword form later, it's good to get on his own. But if you're a fan of the show and you know you're going to get more Imagin, then you're going to want to buy this set that I got, the DX set, which includes a couple extra bonuses. You get, let me fix this here, as they are falling apart. So try to find the pieces again. Oh, these are annoying. Well, you get not just one, but two benches from Denliner, dining car, and a table. So you can see that this is a great set if you're going to get more Imagin. These are nice figures that you can put on display and have, you have the table this way, you can have the table that way. I actually like it that way so they have more clearance for their legs. But as you can see, it's nice replicated with the two cushions on each seat. You do have to assemble these a little bit, that's why the box is twice as thick as the others. In that, you have to assemble that part there. The ones on these like to fall apart, and DNF has issues sitting as he's a little bit heavier and causes them to break. So now you can have Momotaros. You can position him and he can sit down. As his pieces are flying off, I hate that. It's the only complaint I have about Momotaros, is that these freaking knee pads won't stay on. I feel like super gluing them. If this figure wasn't as much as it was. Speaking of price, this was about, I think, 10 or 15. No, I think it's about $12 more than the regular Momo. The regular Momo's like 29. This was like 38. Depending on what time of day you order from. But there he is. He's drinking his coffee, getting whipped cream all over his face. Put a little saucer there. And there you go. There's Momotaros drinking his coffee. And, you know, he's just calmly there. Now, I'll talk about something that I haven't seen mentioned in too many reviews, but he does come with a set of cutouts. He comes with this sign that I don't even know what it says because I don't read Japanese. He's got a little stand, and he's got this little sign you can put a string through, and he's got sunglasses, which is the only one I'm actually considering cutting out, because those look cool. So yeah, it's very nice. Now, he looks kind of lonely, so this is what I mean by if you're a fan of the show and you're going to buy more Imagin, it'd be good to do this set, otherwise you're going to have a Momotaros just sitting there drinking coffee alone. And looks kind of weird. As a bonus, I guess you can call this, the figures that I've reviewed, my other Japanese toys, called Kamen Rider Double WFC Joel Form Chain Series line, is perfectly in scale. So you can adjust them better than I am. I'm just doing this at spur of the moment. But yes, Double is the exact same size as the Imagin, so you can hang out with them. Which is cool, because Dino and Double are my favorite series. Now, this is pretty much it for the Momotaros Imagin DX set on its own. Not much else to say. Let's move on to the guy that will string you along, Urashimataro. Till next time, this is Sound saying goodbye.